Hello, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're joining us for the first time, thanks for coming. You're welcome. Where have you been? There are lots of materials already on this YouTube channel on fully funded scholarships from around the world. And if you're a returning viewer, a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. Thanks for the constant support, and I hope you get a scholarship as soon as possible. So today we are in the US in search of bachelor's, master's, and PhD funded opportunities. Yes, today we have bachelor's scholarships as well, a number of them actually. So we'll be looking at how to apply for these bachelor's scholarships or funding, and then we'll be looking at graduate funding as well with the different departments and faculties at the University of Miami in the US. So let's begin without any further delay. As we do it here, we do not waste time. So let's begin. So this is the, let's say, the freshers page or the first year page. So if you come to the university for the first time, I think this is the page you want to look at when it comes to funding or scholarships. And there are several of them here for both home students and international students. Home students, those based in the US or born in the US, and international students, those who hope to join the US. So there are a number of them here. You can see the stamps scholarship, and the value here is quite generous. You see full cost of attendance, that's full tuition. You see, yeah, this is the tuition fees here, as you can see. And let's make it bolder. On campus housing, you can see the meal plan, university health insurance, textbooks, laptops, and access to $12,000 to fund projects or study abroad or internships. This is very generous, if you ask me. Wonderful opportunity. But there are others as well, so you can always click on more to see the other bits of information. We'll be doing that soon, but let's look at the others quickly and then we'll return to the very interesting one. So let's look at this Isaac one and see what it contains. This is more about the full tuition, just full tuition, which is still generous, but there's nothing like a stipend or housing. So now you can compare and contrast and see which is more interesting. This is the Ronald scholarship. Let's see what it contains. You can also see here full tuition for 4 years. So interesting. So let's see. There's another one here, Marta. What does Marta cover? Also full tuition. So let's see if there's any other one that covers other things apart from tuition. Okay, Jenkins scholarship, George Jenkins. You can see full cost of attendance, similar to what we saw earlier with the stamps. So full tuition and on-campus housing. You can see meals here, health insurance, laptop. Students may also receive stipend for books, transport, and personal expenses. So this is wonderful, especially the George Jenkins and the stamps scholarship we saw earlier. Where is the stamps? Yeah, that's it. So the Jenkins and the stamp scholarship we saw earlier, quite generous. And then the question that some of you might want to ask is, are all these open for international students as well? How do we know which one is for international students and which one is for home students? So not to worry, just scroll down. There's a table down here which specifies exactly who qualifies for what. You can see here the stamps for all incoming first year students, and the deadline is the 1st of November. The Isaac Scholarship for also incoming first year students, full cost of tuition. You can see the value. This is for tuition and every other thing. Then there's just some for just US students and permanent residents, or US citizens and permanent residents. So I guess a number of you are not US citizens or permanent residents. So let's concentrate on the one for international students. So it's actually the stamps that covers almost everything. So click on the link here and see what it covers and the application requirements and every other thing. So you can see out for outstanding students, and you can already see what we saw earlier. That's the benefits of the scholarship. So let's look at the eligibility. For you to be eligible for this scholarship, there is no separate application process, so to say. You just need to put in an application before the 1st of November. So the 1st of November, and then follow this application, the terms and conditions, and the selection criteria is also written there. Finalists might be invited for like things like an interview or submit a special essay or something like that. But just try as much as possible to follow the instructions on this website. It's as simple as that. It's not very complicated. There are different courses at this university, so you might want to take a look at the different um, honors program and the different faculties as well, and see which one you can apply for, which of the different schools you can apply for, and you know to see whether your course, whether it's a dual degree or a major. Let's go there. Yes. So this is what I mean. These are the different courses. So hopefully those looking for bachelor's, your course is among here. So just apply for this course and then follow the instruction written in the stamps scholarship page. The selection criteria that said semi-finalists to be asked to write like a short response to a particular essay. So first you apply, and then if they see your profile is good enough, they probably invite you to write the essay or for an interview or something like that. So make sure you just put in an application before the 1st of November. So that's it for stamps. You can check for the other ones we looked at previously. That's the other, what do they call it? The other scholarships as well. So check what they contain, check um, the applications requirements. Yes, this is the page we started, and see how you can navigate and get yourself a scholarship. So let's move to the graduate scholarships without any further delay. So graduates, those looking for masters and PhD scholarships, you can see the list here of several different courses. And you might ask how I got to this page. Simply type graduate courses here in the search bar, and a page will come out, and then you click on the page and you get the list of different courses. So try to also learn how to navigate university pages and websites. It's not very difficult. Just take your time and you get used to it. So now let's go to the different courses. You can see different faculties, courses, whether in the practical sciences or the social sciences, humanities, business, and the rest of them. Let's look at, let's use physics as an example. Department of Physics, and how do we get funding here? So this is the Department of Physics and the different programs. And of course, you click on prospective students and see, and then read the description of the course and get informed. Then we'll go to admissions, see what they require. There's a bit of English language test here, the TOEFL or the IELTS. You might want to contact them and ask if you can get a waiver. Also ask them if the GR is compulsory or not. For here, they said it is recommended but not required. And I think this is a little bit tricky. If you're able to take the exam, please do. And if you get a good score, it will help your profile because it's going to be very competitive. A number of people might be coming with actually the GRE exam, even though they said it's not required but recommended. So it's a bit tricky. If you have the money, please take the exam. What about funding? What about funding? Is there any financial aid? So you can click here and see, yes, there is funding. So it says here there's financial support, and this will come in form of research assistantships or teaching assistantships. And it includes a stipend of $22,000 for 9 months. So this is good. And there are other kinds of financial support as well, additional financial support in the department. So there's funding, we're sure of that. A number of people this year got admission into some US universities, but they didn't get any funding. And I think it was a mistake on their own part because they did not clarify whether the department has funding or not. And they just applied assuming that they will get funding. So always clarify. If it is not written on the page on the website like this one, you can always contact somebody on the department. Look for the department contact person. Tell them your situation that, hey, I'm an international student. I want to apply for this course. I'm looking for some form of financial support. I just want to ensure that there are scholarships, there are assistantships at this university or this department. So if I get through that, I'm assured of some kind of financial assistance. So it's good to clarify that. You can see there's a contact person here already. And then it wasn't very clear whether you need to contact family members or not family members, rather faculty members or not. So you can see it here. That's please note that why a candidate can contact directly individual faculties for inquiries about research areas and potential future openings in their group, or admission will be handled by the same way by the admission committee, regardless of any prior contact to faculty. So you're of course encouraged to contact faculty because most times it's good to like get a supervisor, especially if you're doing like a PhD, even a master's as well, as a research assistant or a research teaching assistant. You might want to work with a supervisor. It is from there you often get your stipend in the US as assistantships. So it's good to contact supervisors. But what they just try to say is that at the end of the day, getting a yes from a supervisor is not sufficient. You don't just go out to celebrate that, yes, the supervisor has accepted me. You still have to go through the normal application process for you to get financial assistance. Of course, you can always contact the faculty. You can see faculty and their area of interest. You can always send them an email. I've talked severally on this channel or several times on this channel on how to contact professors. I'll leave a link to the video on how to contact professors in the description box. You can always see how to write them emails and ask them for assistantship opportunities and things like that. So that is it for physics department. You can always check for another department, maybe let's say history. Yes, it's there. Let's see if we can get from history. Let's check quickly. History. Is there any history? Oh, yes. You can see a PhD in history. Another thing about the US is that you can move directly most times from a PhD or from a BSc to a PhD. Most times you can skip a master's and move directly to a PhD. Is not uncommon usually. So when you see people saying they're doing a PhD and they move from a BSc, well, it looks like a big deal, but it's often the case for most universities in the US because usually a number of PhD courses contain an embedded master's. So your first year and second year usually of a PhD is just like a master's. So if you leave within your first, second year, you might leave with a master's. Then the remaining 2, 3, 4 years, depending on the duration of the course, going to be for your PhD. So let's go back to this department. This is the Department of History, and there are different areas of research here. Let's go to prospective students to get the information. So it says here that all entering PhD students receive 5-year funding package. That's good news. So it's saying if you get in for 5 years, you receive your funding package, your tuition covered, and you can see no tuition is paid, and you're guaranteed of a stipend of 25,950. So this is very generous. This is generous. This is good. And then you're encouraged. You can see it here. Let's make it bolder. We encourage all prospective students to contact faculty in relevant fields. So, men, you need to contact faculty. That's the people in the department. Send them an email and ask for their tutelage, ask for opportunities of assistantships, opportunities for research, assistantships and teaching assistantships. As I said, I'll leave an email or rather a link to how to send emails to supervisors or to professors for funding opportunities, especially in the US. So just go to people and see their different profile. Look for the professor whose profile aligns with your area of interest, your area of focus, and then send them an email. So this is just a summary, of course, of how to apply. There are still lots of things on the web page you have to study on your own depending on your department. Look for the applications requirements, the documents they want you to put together, um, the dates, deadlines. I think all these are things I think you should dig up on your own. Please do your own due diligence. This is just to water your appetite, to show you what is out there. And then as an industrial student, as an as a hardworking student, I expect you to take off from here and help yourself and get yourself the award. And as usual, guys, we cannot wait to celebrate you. Lots of guidance on this channel on how to navigate the world of fully funded scholarships. So there's lots of money out there. You just have to fight your way through, compete with your peers to get fully funded BSc, MSc, or PhD scholarships, especially at this University of Miami. So I hope this was useful. If you've not subscribed already, kindly do so because many more videos are coming your way on fully funded awards from around the world. So thanks for listening, and I will see you at the top sooner than later. Bye bye for now.